want to say. For those of you that are online, if you've not voted already, you can either open the electronic ballot or with a piece of paper, just write down the photo numbers that you like for, and then you can fill out the ballot later. Voting will close electronically at noon tomorrow or whatever time I get in there and stop it. All right. Yeah. Anyone need a flashlight here so to read the ballots when the lights go out? Okay, I don't see any hands. All right, let me figure. The last 10 years, you can see an average of 100, 125. During the pandemic is 156. And my apologies, this year we're up to 197. So that means we're either going to be here all night or the slides are going to go by quickly. So hopefully you get enough time to see them and enjoy them. But so thanks to everyone.
John, you apparently bumped your microphone into off position.
I think he's right. And if people online can mute their microphones so that we don't get any background noise, we'd appreciate that. All right. So as far as the categories, as I mentioned, there's 10 different categories. Not surprisingly, the Aurora has 30 entries, so that's going to be a little difficult. Nebula Stellar has 23 photos, so that might be a little difficult. Surprisingly, I think the Galaxy category is going to be difficult. Even though it only has 20 entries, they're all very good. And I will say, from a personal perspective, I'm tired of seeing photos of M31, the Andromeda Galaxy, except I'm surprised. This year, I was not tired of looking at them. They're all very nice and unique in their own way. So hooray for the Andromeda Galaxy. All right, so I think the next slide will get us started. Any questions here in the audience? All right, so Lou, if you would turn the lights down, we'll get started. Voting for 5 photos in this category. We have it last night from the audience. All right, second pass. That's the number you find also. I see it. Looks like the Loch Ness Monster. All right, this is the last pass for the nebula category. Remember to vote for up to 5. By those, you don't have to pick 5. All right, you made it through category 1. Anyone need more time in the audience here? All right, we're moving on to sunset. Page 2, the top portion of the ballot. Vote for 3 of your favorites. That one I do not see. All right, second pass. Time to make some decisions. Remember, you're voting for 3. All right, last pass. Time to make some decisions. Anyone in the audience need more time? Still on page number 2, the bottom half. Vote for 4. Eclipse. You can just say, oh, those are nice. All of those. Remember, you're voting for 4. There's a decent perspective. All right, pass number 2. All right, one last pass so that you can pick out your 4 favorites. All right, what do you think? Easy? Medium? Page 3, vote for 6. It should be easy to pick 6 out of 30 photos, right? Already paid the head loss. Satellite. All right, now you have to narrow it down 6. Zach. In case you're wondering about the title, POSH is an acronym for Port Out, Starboard Home, meaning when you're flying east, as in that photo, you look out the port side, the left side of the airplane. All right, one more pass to try to get it down to 6 votes. All right, anyone in the audience need more time? Guys, because I just realized what I did. Put 2 difficult categories sequentially, yes. All right. Now you'll see why I said galaxies is a little tricky too.
Wow.
You can almost see some fire. Well, there's green. We're voting for 4 in the galaxy category, by the way. Well, know what 2403 is, that's not usual. Not common.
right, now time for number one. Yeah. Now that's an interesting cut. I wonder how many moving stars. Manuel Saki. Yeah. All right, your last chance to vote for your favorite 4 galaxy images. All right, if you.
You're gonna be okay, I think. Bottom of page 4, the solar system category, vote for 3.
Do remember that there's another topic that's happening. This looks pretty neat.
Yeah.
Good job. How many picks for this category? Three. Yeah, pick 3 in solar system.
This is pretty big. If Jupiter's a baby, that's a big baby.
All right, so those are the entries. It's time to whittle it down to 3. All right, one last pass to pick your favorite 3. Paper ballot, bottom of page 4. All right. Made it through that. Earth and Sky, top of page 5, voting for 2. Hard to whittle it down to 2.
If this is the category where you can decide if you want more artistic or more technical. Right, last pass.
Two categories to go.
John, where are we at here?
Yeah, we have 3 more, John.
Sorry about that. Bottom of page 5, vote for 5. You didn't see it. All right, second pass, vote for 5. Airplanes. Maybe something.
All right, last pass of the stellar categories. And figure out which ones are all 5 winners. All right, now we're ready for the last 2 categories. Page 6 of the paper ballot. Vote for 3 in atmospheric, the top half of the ballot.
Is it or is it what? B.
Yeah.
That one I can see. They'll find this dolphin, which obviously not a fish, but it's right there by its fin too. All right, take attention, number 3. Right.
Thank you about that, yeah. You are over that.
All right. Pass for the atmospheric. Pick 3 of your favorites.
Oh, you were just saying. Actually, it was.
All right.
That means least, but the last category, everyone's favorite comet. Oh, look at that.
Purple Mountain, because that's the English translation of Shushinchan. Glad you could pronounce that. Shushinchan was not a person. M5. M5. Right. Trying to figure this one. F5 and that makes sense. Voting for 4 in this category.
Chance to figure this one out.
More photos.
Thanks to all the participants, many of which are here in the meeting, and I see some of them are online as well. And that stops the time, 55 minutes, 45 seconds.
Good show, John.
Anyone have any questions?
Hey, there's 2 Phil Breidenbachs up there. How about that?
Are there?
I was very busy initially.
I'm gonna have to look to see if Phil was disqualified for too many photos. I don't know if John Wenkovich is online or not.
Yeah, he is.
One thought that I had, which you have to decide about, John, is some of these photos, like the galaxy photo where the stars were removed. I think something like that, we could have a meeting where we just go through a few of these photos and, if the participant would describe how they do the photos. We could.
Yeah, there's a few of them, but I have no idea how they did that.
Right.
That would be kind of interesting, having a collective astrophotography lesson or astrophotography processing lesson.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are made of stars, and so the galaxies probably should have been deleted too. But that's an argument for.
Sorry, Frank Wheelguess, I'll have to remove your entry.
All right.
Thanks everyone for participating. I will tally up the electronic votes tomorrow sometime and later in the day announce a winner. I'll come around and collect your ballots and.
All right, everybody. We'll go ahead and take a short break, just so if you guys need to stretch, use the restroom. For you guys that are online, I'm going to just stop presenting, and probably in about 10 minutes, we'll start the general meeting. Again, thank you very much. minute to get seated, and then we'll get started. I think it would help if I put my, yeah. See, okay. All right, John, are you good? Rich, are you good? All righty. I'm going to go ahead and call our November business meeting to order at 8:48 p.m. on November 8th. Again, thank you all for joining us. Thank you to everybody that joined online. I hope you enjoyed the astrophotography contest. It was definitely some very hard choices in there. But again, thank you so much to everybody. Alrighty, so the meeting minutes that we're taking on October 11th. Rich, would you like to give a summary on that?
Sure.
Okay.
Meeting was called to order at 7:30. Began with a presentation by Eric Fisher, a lunar presentation that he would like geared toward off-site star party presentations or observatory presentations. The minutes for the prior meeting were read and accepted unanimously. John Holtz began the general meeting with a presentation of upcoming astronomical events. We moved on to the officer reports. President Kristen Crawford started her report by thanking the members for everything they've contributed, with a reminder of the upcoming Wagner Committee meeting and our meeting tonight. John Wenskovich reported that there was nothing new for his division. Looking forward to setting up speakers for the 2025 meetings. Recording secretary, corresponding secretary had nothing to report. Terry Mealy reported that the club property insurance had been paid and the directors and officers insurance has been paid. Michael Scovern reported that some people were having difficulty with their membership cards and he's updated the code. Eric Fisher reports that there'll be another supplement for the Guide Star showing the aurora pictures from October 10th. There was a report on the upcoming Spaceberg event by Gail and Patrick Rigger. Also, Gail reported that there were 16 new members since the last meeting. The vote on those were unanimously accepted. None of the Wagner Observatory Committee were present. An inquiry was made regarding the termite and water damage. That is still, bids are still being accepted for that. Hopefully that will be resolved soon. Brian Crawford reminded people of the upcoming first responder star party and that the final star party was November 2nd with the chili cook-off. We discussed the public attending our virtual meetings, and we have John Stump recording it, so we do have a public view option now. For new members, for new business, we are accepting nominations for the club awards: Nova, Lindblom, Harrison, and Brashear. The star party dates for 2025 have been selected, and the cards are being printed. We hope to have those for the holiday party. And I gave a reminder to please attend the upcoming off-site star parties. That's it.
All right, thank you, Rich. Can I get a motion to accept the minutes from October 11th, 2024?
Dave, Brian, I think you both went up at the same time.
Arm wrestle.
They're doing rock, paper, scissors. We got scissors. Oh, we got paper. Okay, Brian. Brian is making the first motion. Could I get a second, please? All right, Mike Miller, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, any objections? Any abstains?
Thank you very much. That's really funny, guys. Literally rock, paper, scissors. That's how they were deciding. Yes, John Weskovich has made a comment to make sure that the rock, paper, scissors is included in the minutes, please. Rich Dolis said he will do that. All right, where am I at? Oh, here we go. Okay, it's really hard to see from this angle. But... All right, so we are going to do the Look at That by John Holtz. John, just give me a minute and I will pull that slide up if I can get to it. I kind of forgot about that.
We don't have to vote, do we?
You can if you want.
All right. That was a PowerPoint as well too, correct?
Yes.
Okay, let me see. I think I have it on here somewhere. Let's see. Oh, here it is. I got it. Okay. Let's see. I have to hold on 1 second, online peeps. Let's see. Go back. There's too much stuff here. Sorry guys, I'm getting there, I promise. Here it is, okay. Oh wait, no, that's not it. Oh my goodness. Hold on. I'm getting there.
Like we're all watching.
Leave it to the president to be unorganized.
Yeah.
Woo. I don't know if you guys can feel the heat in here, but
I got the death stare.
I did not get it. There we go, okay. All right, and then, hold on, let me just get it back online for our online people. Oh my goodness. There's just too many windows. Too many windows. Okay, here we go. I'm getting there. Getting there. There we go. Share. Okay. You guys should see a different slide now. It should say, Look at That by John Holtz with a bunch of stars on it. There we go. All right, we're good? Okay, we are good.
All right. Thank you, Kristen. Let's see if we can advance the slide now.
Oh, you might have to go back to.
Oh, that screen?
Yep,
Good.
and then I'll put the button.
I can just use
Yep.
the cursor key.
Yeah, just, there you go.
All right, so some upcoming events. The ones in yellow are perhaps more exciting than others. When I say the moon narrowly misses Saturn, I mean there's an occultation if you're much farther south in the U.S. Actually, a lot of occultations coming up. Neptune on November 11th, the Pleiades on November 16th, although that's full moon, so those will be a little bit hard to see. Spica, that'll be a beautiful occultation if you don't mind getting up at 5:30 in the morning. Nice Venus moon conjunction on December 4th. Earliest sunset on December 7th, which of course means, well, doesn't mean anything. And Jupiter is also at opposition on December 7th. We don't have any members' photos because I figured 197 was enough. But let me ask two questions regarding the photo contest. One is for the Aurora category. You may have noticed on the slide when it said ready to continue, I said, what? No videos? I'm a little surprised that no one submitted a video of the Dancing Aurora. So something to keep in mind for next year. And the second question that came to mind as I was watching this, and I was inspired by the photo of the best meteor of the night. Should we have, once you go through all the categories, should we have you pick your favorite, whatever, 1, 2, or 3
Best
from
in show.
all of the photos and vote for those as best of categories?
Yeah.
Something to.
As long as you don't have to like go back through all of them.
It's like the dog show, best of show.
Right, yeah, so we'll think about that for next year. It'd be a little hard to tally, or a lot of work. So that brings us to other observations, and let me ask.
We have two new moons in December.
Oh,
And, the second
Second
one,
one,
you know,
is the second full moon is a blue moon. The second new moon is called black moon.
Is it?
It's not, that's not on
Online, Phil Breidenbach said that there's 2 new moons in December, and the second one is called a black moon. Kind of the opposite of the blue moon if it's 2 full moons in a month. So the comet, when I say the comet, I mean C 2023 A3 Shushinshan Atlas. Did everyone here, or who here got to see the comet? So it's very close to 100%. All right. And how about the aurora in, I don't even remember what the date was.
October was one, October 10th,
10th, 11th. So that was right before the meeting? I think you're right.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So hopefully a lot of people got to see the aurora. And what else? Any other observations out there? We saw the comet Saturday night at the Mingo Star Party. It's still hanging in there. How about online? Anyone have any observations from online they'd like to talk about?
All right, I'll hand it back.
to Kristen then.
Thank you, John. Alrighty. Okay, so just give me 1 minute to get back to, whoops. This is really goofy to. I can't tell, oh, there we go. I was gonna say, I can't tell if my thing is back here or not. Okay. All right, so back to this. What is happening? There we go.
Call the IT department.
I'm going, guys. I'm going. I promise. I'm going.
Take that.
Okay. Alrighty. So you guys online should be seeing the slide again. All right. Everybody see back to the PowerPoint again? Yep. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the confirmation there. Okay. All right. Alrighty. So going back to officer reports, what has the president been up to, which is myself. So in October, on October 24th, we did hold a executive meeting. At this meeting, and for those that have probably seen the latest GuideStar, I would like to formally congratulate Tom Ryland, as he is now our honorary Director Emeritus at Wagman Observatory. I'd also like to formally congratulate Eric Fisher and Jody Farr as the new Director and Associate Director at Wagman Observatory. And I'd also like to congratulate Joyce Osborne Fisher for being appointed as the new GuideStar editor. I'd also like to thank Bill Yorkshire and Rowan Poole for their contributions to the Wagman Observatory over the past several years. Another thing that I've been up to was I attended some Mingo Star Parties. I wanted to give out a big thank you to all the volunteers for a successful Star Party season for 2024. Also, a big thank you to Dave Rager, Brian Crawford, Heather Panic, Dan Peden, John Stump, and Keith Stepp for assisting with the furniture donation that Mingo received from FHL Bank in Pittsburgh. For those of you who did not see the notice, Dave Rager, Brian Crawford, and Heather rented a U-Haul and basically packed the whole thing with new chairs, cabinets, dressers. Basically, the bank was like, we're moving our office, so we're giving our furniture away, to nonprofits. So Brian had taken the day off from work. Dave took the day off from work. They got the U-Haul and loaded up that truck, and that truck was completely full. So if you guys have not had a chance to attend Mingo's last Star Party, the new chairs are there and the new drawers and dressers. They are beautiful. We are very grateful to the bank for their donation, and we're also, again, very grateful for the volunteers that helped transport it and unload it, and also got rid of some of the other furniture that we're no longer using as well. So thank you guys very much. Another thing that I've been up to is I've been assisting with the Wagman Observatory. So I wanted to give a huge shout out to all the volunteers from this past month. If any of you guys have been keeping up with the listserver, GuideStar, there have been a lot of 3AP members that have been assisting up at Wagman with the non-Star Party nights, with the Comet, with the Aurora. So thank you again for, going up there yourselves, but also opening the doors up to allow the public to enjoy the night as well. Also giving them information about the club. Another huge thank you to Eric Fisher, Jody Farr, Phil Breidenbach, Dave Marcigenic, Flax Stifle, for all working together on aligning the Menka telescope, which has been giving us problems for the past, I know for this past season and possibly the season before. They have been putting so much work into the Menka. We were up there last Friday for several hours. It clouded on us, unfortunately. So we were unable to get some really deep sky objects to do the alignment. However, Phil and Jody, I believe Dave, went back up the next day and tried to do some further work on it. It still needs a little bit of fine tuning. However, I'm very confident in the gentlemen, our group, that we're all working together to see if we can get this project done. So again, a huge thank you to everybody. Another thing that I've been doing is I'm getting the holiday party ready, which I am super excited about. I really hope everybody can join us this year at Shaler. Lots of door prizes. The executive committee is providing some food, so if you guys get busy around the holiday season, please come. Even if you can't bring something, please come. We would love to see you. We would love to mingle. It's going to be a great time. I'm really excited about it. Alrighty, so continuing with our officer reports, Vice President John Weskovich, do you have anything you need to share?
Let me make sure that my browser will accept my camera. There we go. Oh, okay, so I'm completely darked out. Well, I'm here at least. Okay, so I've been reaching out to a few folks from outside of the club to see if they would be interested in giving a talk. I've got one person who is tentatively interested in sometime in the January, February meetings. I've got one who's more interested in waiting until April or May, but at the moment, all of the 2025 slots are still open officially. So if you're interested in giving a talk, feel free, reach out. We can work on organizing it, scoping it down, figuring out what it is that you need to give a successful talk. That's the usual spiel I end up giving, it seems, at every meeting. So I guess the only other thing I can mention is that the pens and caps are still tied to.
All righty. Thank you, John. Rich, do you have anything you need to report?
Nothing from the recording secretary. I did want to make an announcement that,
Do you want to come up here? Sorry. Thank you.
all right, I did want to make an announcement. If anyone is interested in ordering the Royal Astronomy Society Observer's Handbook, I will place an order if we have at least 10 people ordering. We get a discount, we can get bulk. If you're interested, let me know. Email, direct message.
Quick question, for those of us not familiar with that or haven't done it in years past, what kind of is involved in the book, or what's there?
It's basically a summary of, like everything John does in the meeting, it's just a more in-depth summary of that. It gives
Okay.
just anything you need for 2025.
Detailed numbers for the entire year.
Okay, thank you.
All righty. Okay, Dave, corresponding secretary, do you have anything you need to report? All right, Dave is making his way up here.
So after taking over this role earlier this year, finally got caught up on some of the emails that come in. Basically, I'm monitoring the emails that come in through the website on the Contact Us, and they come into the inbox that I have. And I've been seeing a lot of questions, and they seem to be coming more frequently, so I think we're getting the word out, and a lot of people are starting to visit the website. But we're getting questions like, hey, I need help with this telescope, or do you have resources for this or that? And then, or they contact us for like setting up public star parties, or events, things like that. So it is, it's not a huge amount, but it's nice to see that the outreach is there, and it's a very functional way to communicate with the public. And just like the other day, we had a lady email and say, hey, I have a child who's very interested in astronomy, and she was asking for resources, and do we hold any events? And I was telling her, well, about the membership, because a lot of our communication is internal. And I was explaining the fact that we have so much going on that, we post some stuff on our Facebook page, but internally in the club, we have a lot of different things going on, helping each other, different activities, the Discord. We have a lot of communication going on that isn't necessarily seen outside the club. And I kind of highlighted that fact that, hey, if you want to, join, you can sign in and get all these, access to all these different folks that have, the ideas and different things that are going on. And especially for, a young person who's really interested and has some questions, I think it's very, a great opportunity for us to, continue to support the public. So thank you all. I know I forwarded some emails around, and people have been very responsive. So I just want to thank everyone for helping out with that.
Maybe one suggestion, because you said the traffic is going up. Do you think it would make sense to have some frequently asked questions on the website? Because technically people could come to any star party if they have in-depth questions. Very good.
All right, Marcus was just asking if maybe we could put like a questions and answers, something on the website that if people of the public or even members, if they want to use that resource, for that could be a potential to look into. So that was from Marcus. Alrighty. So next I have Gail. I think I saw you online. Are you online?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Okay. Do you have anything to report? Other than the new membership list? No. I was gonna say, you might want to turn your mic up just a little bit. I don't know if it's us here. It's just a little bit hard to hear. Let me see if I can turn my volume up a little bit. Okay. All right. I heard new members list. Other than that, nothing.
Yeah, little echo there. Okay.
Turn your mic on.
All right, here, I'll turn it down a little bit. Maybe it's a little too loud. Okay. All righty, wait, what? Oh, we're good, we're good. All righty. All right, Terry Mealy, are you online?
Okay.
Saw him, I'll just double check real quick. Let's see here. Yeah, I do not believe Terry's online tonight. Okay. All right, Michael Scovrin? I don't think I saw him. Okay, I don't think Michael is on. Next I have Joyce.
She's tied up tonight. I can speak on her behalf if you'd like.
That's your call.
Okay, very good.
Okay. Joyce is not here, but Eric said he'll fill in on some news for Joyce.
For the Guide Star, just 2 items. If you have a photograph, an image on Discord, and you don't want it to appear in the Guide Star because you're still processing it, just say so on Discord. If you want to advertise something for sale on Discord, let me know, because I reach the entire membership. Discord only reaches about
160.
160 right now, which is only about a third of the membership, or half.
Well, that's the total. I think, is it 140?
Yeah.
Like members, whenever we're validating, it might be 140.
And also make sure to identify. Not all of us know all the NGCs and Messier objects, okay?
Okay.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. Oh, the humor. Oh my goodness. It's been a fun crowd tonight. I will say that. It's been a fun crowd. All right. All right. So, Gail, I believe your list probably matches mine. I don't know if she's still. Are you still online?
I believe she left the meeting.
Yeah, I was going to say it looked like she may have.
He dropped off the meeting.
Okay. All right. So these are the list of members that I have from the last general meeting on October 11th. I do see one new member that's here. Anybody else here on the list? Is there anybody online? All right. So Curtis is here. Welcome, Curtis. All righty. And then we'll have to add Ms. Monaco on there too. All righty. So can I get a motion to accept our new members? All right. Rich was first, and I believe Phil was second. No rock, paper, scissors this time. I'm sorry. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Any objections? Any abstains? Alrighty, so when I checked this morning, when I was getting the list generated, we have 474 members in total, guys. Yep, 474. We are so close to that 500. So close. Yeah. That's awesome. That is so awesome, guys. All right, let me get my cursor back. Come here, bud. There we go. Okay, we'll keep on moving here. Alrighty, so observatory reports. I know Eric is here. I'm going to go ahead and hand this over to him. Jody is on vacation. He's either in Vegas or he's on his way to Vegas. So, but yeah, go ahead and come on up.
Okay. You ever notice when somebody says thank you, they say, I want to thank. No, I do thank. I do thank the executive committee for putting me on right now. Just for some of you newer members to let you know, I've been in the club since '76. My first action on Wagman was to submit a proposal in 1979. Hey, we want to build an observatory in Deer Lakes Park. 6 months later, they told us to get lost. So we got off to a long, slow start. And the financing of Wagman those days was a dime a day. The money trickled in. It took a long time. I was project manager on the old wing, the north-south wing of Wagman. We built the first one with the roll-under roof, and that was in the mid-'80s. Now my Wagman committee I'm forming has boatloads of talent, okay? In fact, when I hear Flack Stifel, Dave Marcijanek, Phil Breidenbach, other people talking about what they're doing, I'm reminded how much I don't know about all this stuff. I have a vague knowledge of telescopes, a vague knowledge of construction, so I'm really depending on these people. At Wagman, we have the benefit of the fact that Mingo has made a lot of progress, especially in the electronics areas. We don't have to go do this from scratch. We're going to copy a lot of what Mingo does. I'm going to defer to all the brains in the Wagman committee. On most items, there's only one subject that I'm going to be really hard-nosed about. I'm going to be intolerant of is the parking situation. We're going to solve that situation this year if it takes buying the service, okay? And I'll remind you of the dangers that we are facing. On the night of the Aurora, a woman was pushing a baby carriage up Mahaffey Road in the dark to get onto the site. It doesn't take much imagination to see what would happen if she had been hit. I mean, there'd be news helicopters. We would be done as an observatory if that happened. So if we're going to solve the problem, I'm not going to tolerate inaction this year on the parking situation because we're right along the road. Mingo's tucked safely back a long way from the main road, but we are not, okay? Sorry to pontificate on that. That's very important to me. So, no tolerance on any problems. Lots of work ahead. I'm going to stay on as long as I have to get all this stuff cleared up. And then I'm hoping the observatory will go into cruise mode. We just do minor maintenance. Everything is running smoothly, okay? Repairs, as you saw on the slide, are underway in the Mega telescope. They incorrectly listed me as participating. No.
You participated.
Yeah, like a site form.
He micromanaged.
Yeah. Didn't play the dictator, yeah. A lot of building repairs. The building has been neglected for some time. We've got rotting timbers under one of the floor from termites. We've got water damage. We've got mildew. We're going to be throwing a lot of unused stuff out of there. And it's going to take some time. So as far as keys and training, you have to be patient. We've got to get the building up to snuff before we can we're going to revamp the key system and the training. I'm here pleased tonight to announce that Mike Miller, if you'll stand up or raise your hand, is our second associate director. And Jody Farr, who's gambling away his money right now in Las Vegas, he's our first associate director. Phil Breidenbach is one of our at-large members. I still have 4 openings for at-large members. What are at-large members? They can vote. And I'm bringing in a large number of consulting members. Some of you are here tonight. I've got at least 6 people. I'll tell you in the GuideStar who they are. Consulting members don't have voting privileges, but they can confer their expertise, okay? And final comment on Wagman. Wagman is raising in the public consciousness in this sense. If there's an aurora, or a total eclipse of the moon, or a comet, or a conjunction, the public go up there. We don't have to call them. And it's probably happening in Mingo too. People start showing up without news releases or anything like that. And then what exacerbates the problem is then KDKA and Channel 4 says, go up to Wagman Observatory to see the aurora. And then we're flooded with people, cars along the road, And that, we've got to manage that situation much better. We've got to make this work. So, last start party tomorrow at Wagman, and we're going to also have a class by Ken Coles. Ken, are you online?
Yeah.
Ken, will
Ken, will you say a few words
your-
about your before the start party class?
Yeah, this is just a beginner, a class for beginners modeled on the one Rich Dolish did back in the early spring, I guess, at Mingo. So I'm not, if you're already brilliant, which most of you are compared to me, don't come expecting me to teach you something. But I've already heard from a few people who are planning to come who are just wrestling with telescopes for the first time. And I'll see how many of them I can get into my car and bring down there. And maybe Eric can confirm for me. It sounds like the weather forecast is fairly promising. We're going to start at 3 o'clock, and it should be, I guess we have twilight by 5:30.
Sounds
And very excited to hear your talk, and we're gonna have a good day tomorrow. It's gonna be a good day tomorrow. Alrighty, Brian is here. I'm gonna have him come up and give a quick update report on Mingo.
All right. So first, I want to thank everybody for their dedication to the 2024 Star Party season at Mingo. We ended on a great night with huge success. So everyone who came out who volunteered, thank you. We couldn't have done it without you. Second thing to note, Rich Dolish is going to be holding a public talk November 23rd at Mingo. It's going to be beginner telescopes. So holiday season coming up, astronomers of all ages will be purchasing or be receiving a telescope. So if you know somebody that might fit that, Rich's talk is going to be geared towards that. On the 16th, a Saturday before his talk, we were having our cleanup. It's starting at noon, but preceding our cleanup is going to be our Mingo committee meeting. We are open for our committee meetings. Any member can show up if they want to have, their voice heard at Mingo. Phil.
A question about the class.
Yes.
Is that open to the public or just club?
It's going to be open to the public. I believe Heather's looking into setting up an Eventbrite because we are limited on seating. So it'll be tickets and then it will be capped for attendance.
Tell people online that's the talk. They probably couldn't hear Phil.
Oh, Phil was asking if it's open to the public or members only. This one is going to be open to the public. So I believe Heather Panic is looking into setting up an Eventbrite ticketing system so we can cap the number of individuals that show up, and then of course there'll be a little bit of overflow because the word will get out. But back to our meeting. Meeting will be November 16th, starting at noon. Any volunteers are more than welcome to come down, see what Mingo's doing, have their voice heard. We'll be having our fall cleanup after that. But the fun doesn't end, even though Mingo Star Party season is over. This is just the beginning for all of our member fun stuff. Breakout groups for spectroscopy, exoplanet research, comet meteor tracking, little winter get-togethers at Mingo running the telescopes. It's a great time for the members that have been part of the club for coming up on a year or over to start getting trained on a telescope or two. We can get a lot of the training done over the winter other than Star Party requirements. And then the most important thing possibly is I'm in need, in preparation of our 20th year anniversary at Mingo, of anybody that has a story they want to share, photos, videos, any historical information. I've already received some from several members, but if anybody has anything they'd like to share,
I have a complete history.
if anybody has anything that Eric might not have, please let me know, because rather start compiling this up now than wait till the last minute, because I have a couple ideas for like something that can play in the background, but we'll have more details after our Sunday committee meeting, once we start planning and fleshing out some of the details. There's no date or anything set for that as of yet.
And just, I forgot to mention in my stint that we're gonna have a key policy for both observatories. It's harmonious across both observatories. Did you mention that?
Eric Fisher has been talking with me, and he wanted me to bring up that we're going to have a symbiotic key policy that matches both observatories. So it's not going to be you have access to one, you have access to both, but the policies will be the same across the board. And I'm guessing probably training will be similar as well. So lots of exciting times for the 3AP.
All right, thank you. Yeah.
I just want to add, for the November 23rd talk I'm giving, it's less beginner telescope, more for the public of what not to buy. If you have a telescope and you're in Mingo and you need help, by all means, bring it down and we will help, but it's really geared different from Ken's. It's geared to get the public steered in the right direction.
Thank you. All right. And just to note also, both Ken's talk and Rich's talk will be recorded. And are we live streaming it? Maybe not.
There wasn't a plan to live stream, but I mean.
I'm
no.
asking John Stump.
I'm getting a head shake from the crowd, so that's a no.
That's a
The
no.
public
Okay.
doesn't get enough of me.
All right. So if you cannot attend Ken's talk or Rich's talk, we will have it recorded and it will be available on YouTube. Shortly after. Okay, thank you. All righty. All right, so old business. Some of this the directors have actually already started talking about. Old business, end of year awards for the Nova, Lindblom, Harrison, Brashear. So we kind of dived into it with the executive committee. Obviously, we had some other events that came up. So I haven't done a final vote on these awards yet. So far, I've just gotten nominations from the members of the executive committee. However, any members of the 3AP, you are more than welcome to send in a nomination for any of these awards. If you have questions on what these awards specify, please reach out to me or any of the members on the executive committee. I would like to get the award nominations done here soon, so I'll probably try to close it within a week or two. However, if any of you, I'm sure, would probably have someone in mind or maybe more than one person in mind, please email me and let me know who you would like to nominate, and I will present this with the executive committee so we can vote on this for the holiday party. All right, again, the 2025 Star Party cards, they were ordered. They will, as far as we know, they should be here for the holiday party. I will keep you guys up to date if there are any changes with that. Again, holiday parties at Shaler Villa Fire Hall. I talked with Eric. I'm assuming you talked to Jody too, and probably talked to Mike. So it will be December 7th. We were thinking of starting the party at 6 p.m. for setup, or if you are bringing a dish or any supplies, you know, like plates or cups, anything, we're probably going to get there a little bit before 5, at least most of us, but feel free to come at 5 if you want to bring food or anything, and then we'll start the party at 6 o'clock. All right, new business. Again, like Brian was saying, events for this winter. Please feel free to reach out to, again, myself, even the directors of the observatories, if you guys have any ideas of events that we can do during the winter. I know we kind of go through not like so much of a lull period, but like mostly it's weather dependent. I know PA could be kind of iffy. It might be 80 degrees tomorrow and then -10 the next day. Never know about the snow. However, what I've been noticing is a lot of members are reaching out either on Discord or they'll do Discord and list server, and they'll say, hey, it looks like it's going to be a clear night tonight. Anybody want to like meet at Mingo, or anybody want to meet at Wagman? So, you know, if anybody has anything that they want to share with the club, you know, if you want to give your own workshop, or if there's anything that you feel other members might benefit from, or the public, you know, don't be afraid to reach out. Like, let the directors know, let myself know. No idea is bad. I'd rather keep us all engaged and, you know, enjoy astronomy, because that's what the club's for. We're supposed to enjoy it. All right. Next thing was updating policies for both observatories. Again, Brian and Eric had mentioned this. I'm actually very excited that it seems that all the directors are on board with this. I think this will help some clarification, especially with our new members. And then another one is, I know Mingo's 20th anniversary is coming up. However, we still have the 100th anniversary of the 3AP that is also coming up. So it's never too early to look into ideas for venues, activities. Maybe we want to do like a guest speaker, get photos together. So one idea I'm thinking about doing is possibly formulating a committee for this, just because I think this is a really, really big deal for the club. And like I said, it's never too early to start planning. So if any members are interested in helping out with like planning, whatever else that I'm not thinking of at this moment, please reach out to me. And maybe what we can do, again, we're coming up on winter. It's easy to meet online. It's easy to make some phone calls, see how far in advance we can book some places. You'd be surprised with weddings, you know, like any of us back in the day. Like some venues, you got to book 2 to 3 years in advance. So definitely start getting the noggins out and start thinking of where you guys think would be a great place to have the event. John, I know you're on tonight. I know you mentioned to me you were thinking about November 22nd for Bella's. What's the news on that?
Oh, it's a Friday, and I will be contacting them Monday to see, first of all, if they take reservations at what time they take reservations. And I would like to know, start getting a head count, not right away, but sometime, you know, reasonably before then, to, you know, so I can at least give them a number.
Sounds good. Thank you very much. All right. So before we adjourn, does anybody have anything further? I see 2 hands. Anybody from, so far nobody in the audience, but okay. Ken, I think you had your hand up first.
I just wanted to mention an idea that crossed my mind. Since we no longer have planetarium shows at the Buell, which used to happen every February, I have a brand new fancy high-tech planetarium, which I can barely run after 150 hours of practice. It's a long way from Pittsburgh, Indiana, Pennsylvania. I don't expect the whole club would want to come up there for a membership meeting, but I have 6 more months of access to that facility, and I'd be happy to host an event. If you want to come up, if you want to use the Xbox to fly around the universe in the new planetarium at IUP, I'd be happy to be in charge of that. And so if you have any ideas or suggestions, let me know.
Just asking how many seats it is.
Oh, okay. Eric Fisher asked how many seats are available.
77.
77. Wow.
And we
That
can
sounds
always do 2 shows.
Awesome. Thank you, Ken. All right. John Weskovich.
So there was a question a little bit earlier about what all is included in the Astronomical League, the RASC handbook. So I just posted on the listserv a transcription of the table of contents for this year's version. Feel free to check it out and ask any questions that you have. It's a really great resource for what you pay for it.
Awesome. Thank you, John. All right. We had one question from the audience.
I'm sorry for this. I had a question. When you mentioned we have 474 members, How many families is that?
So that's including the family members as well too. So that's like 474 individuals, not memberships. It's
No,
just
No, what I want to get after is like, how many addresses? Like if you have so many people
Oh.
in a family, like how many addresses? that would represent that some of that?
So I'd have to do a better breakdown of that, to be honest, like in the total. So, because the way our memberships works, like the total, I'm taking individual, family, supporting family, benefactor individual, benefactor, and blah, 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 blah. Addresses wise, I'm not exactly sure. I know with the family memberships, or no, actually, the individual I think was over 200. And that was like me just looking at the dashboard real quick. So that's just individual like that. What is it? $35 per year. So over 200 members are just individual. So maybe we could say close to, half is like family, then dividing that by however many, people. But there is a way to figure it out. I'd have to go on the website and like break it down.
Just for reference, the last time we crossed 500 members was 1995 when we had Comet, Hale-Bopp, and then Yakutaki in the same year. We crossed 500 members then.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys heard Eric, but he said we crossed 500 members in 1995. And that was due to Comet, Yakutaki, and Hale-Bopp. Okay, did I say it right?
Very good.
Oh, yay, I got an A+. All right, so we're in 2020. So does that mean to 2025, we hit the 5 marks? So that means 500? Hey, right? Okay, I got some nods.
Anybody else have anything or any more announcements? It's really clear outside. I'm sure you guys want to go out and get your telescopes out. It's beautiful out. All right. Can I get a motion to adjourn? I see Sally had her hand up in the back. All right, so Sally, and I'll let Mary have it if that's okay. She was waiting for her hand up. She would have rock, paper, scissors you. I could tell. She's like, I'm ready to go. All righty, so Sally and then Mary, all in favor? All right, any objections? Any abstains? All right, thank you everybody for joining tonight.
Where's the gavel? We're going to tap the gavel.
I hope everybody has a good evening. Enjoy the clear skies tonight. And if you guys have any questions about anything that was talked about during the meeting,